And we'll go ahead and get started today. Joey, you want to go ahead and kick us off today with the first question?
Yeah. Travis, warm us up a little bit and give us some general impressions of where you think your offense is right now.
Sure. So we just had practice 9 with our first scrimmage coming up tomorrow. And about 85% of everything that we're going to do is in. So it's been a heavy install in 9 days. We still got little things we're going to add on as camp goes, but want to make sure we put everything in, and then after the scrimmage kind of sit there back and ID, like, okay, who do we think we're going to be as far as player-wise, what I think we're good at, what we can be great at, who needs to be where specifically, how are we going to get them the ball, or who we're going to run behind or who we're going to run with, vice versa. And so after scrimmage, really honed down on that, so then we spend the rest of camp of just developing the attention to detail to those things that I believe that we're going to be successful in offense this year. So, but it's been a heavy install, and the guys have handled it great. I mean, there's been very minimal MAs. The football knowledge has increased from every position. We're really getting to some like level, every say level 100 to we're in some level 400, 500 stuff as far as inside our certain plays, how to fit things, how to pick things up. So been very pleased, but that's what you should expect with some guys coming back, especially our experienced offensive line we have. And but like every position, I'm very optimistic with what we've done up to this point.
And one more, if I could, I know you tailor, you look at your personnel and tailor what you do based on your personnel. Now, you got a little familiarity with these guys. What you got? Can you do what you want to do with what you've got? Have you changed anything, or you can move forward the way you want to?
Yeah, I'm smiling right now. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, no question. Everyone needs to stay healthy. Obviously, that's the number one thing in this sport for anybody. Right. But really excited. This is probably, and I told some people, like, we've got some tools in the toolbox, probably more than I've had at my previous stops based on the time frame of when I got there, whether it was year 1 or year 2. We were still recruiting, trying to build the roster up. And so comparatively, I think we've got some tools to work with that maybe I haven't had in the past from like even a running back standpoint. Wow, like having the amount at each position possibly, if that's a better word. Now to tamper expectations, we still got to go out and do it. But to have an experienced offensive line and some guys that are some bright spots at each position, absolutely. The number one thing I want to make sure I'm doing is this: we're doing what they do well. That's the number one thing, and that's what the system's great about. Is the system allows our players to play fast, attack, and do what they do best, and get our playmakers the ball in space. Let them, like, a one-on-one matchup is a great thing. So if we can get a guy with a 5-yard head start on a one-on-one, I like our guys in the field. So. We just got to make sure we keep tailoring that and make sure we get great at these rules so we can go out there and just put the ball down, and whatever we see, we have an answer for.
Will Turner?
Coach, tight end room, there's a lot of unproven talent there. A lot of guys that haven't played a lot of snaps. Obviously, you get to see Jason Littlejohn in the spring. Now you get to see what Chris Matillo's got after he transfers in. Just what's your impressions of who could maybe take a tight end 1 role in that room?
Sure. The one thing, a position I've coached before, you sometimes you have that one guy, but sometimes you guys, you can get one player out of 2 sometimes. When I say that is like, maybe it's the 2 players can be really good at 40 snaps in a game, but anything outside of that may be a little much for them. So sometimes you have to get one player out of 2, and if someone steps up, it could be that 70, 80 snap guy, then great. We've had Chris. Chris is steady Eddie. Chris is improving, getting better. A guy's had a great camp is Gunnar Greenwald. Gunnar's really taken some strong steps forward. He's got to stay healthy. But what he's done is he's shown up in the run blocking game, pass blocking game, and in the receiving game. So really excited about him. And then Chris, again, like I said, he's been here and done it, and he's done some good things too. His pass pro has been very good as well. He's getting better in his route details. But Jason Littlejohn, the one thing about him that's been fun is his physicality. A guy that played receiver his entire career and comes here and moves tight end, puts on literally probably since we signed him 30 pounds, possibly 25 pounds, and then plays physical. Like he'll ram into you now. Like he'll if you say run through the wall, he gonna run through it. So if you have that willingness, he's got a chance to be good, and he's got good hands as well. And then Matillo, he's still learning it. It's a lot right now, even for a guy that comes from Penn, high academics. It's just a lot of offense for him. But the one thing is he's 260 pounds. He's big. So we're going to make sure that we take advantage of that big size he'll be a big target over the middle. But again, at the point of attack in the line of scrimmage, he needs to be able, once he gets his hands on people, move people. And when he knows what to do, he does that. So we got to continue to bring him along. And we got a couple of freshmen we're excited about too. I don't know if we'll see him this year, but the tight end room is in a much better shape. Is in much better shape than what it was in January.
And you mentioned, that not every guy is going to be a 70, 80 snap guy. There are a lot of pieces that, frankly, you could just rotate in and out of there, whether it be the wide receiver room, the running back room. I mean, that's got to be nice just to be able to have that kind of quality depth. We talk about it so much.
For sure. And I'd say, like, Coach Xavier Dow with the tight end group, he's done a great job. And that's part of our conversation after the scrimmage on Sunday. It's like, okay, what guys are good at what? And that goes for every room. It goes from the O-line room to quarterback room, tight end room, running back, receivers. And so, okay, if we think these are the guys that we can win in a championship with, all right, this is what they do well within what we do. Let's make sure, all right, let's build a plan around that and put our guys in positions to be successful. That's going to be our number one job. And our coaching staff does a great job about that. And we constantly, work at that and try to have plans and poke holes in our plans to make sure that, it is what it needs to be for our guys. But yes, there's depth. There's some guys that are really good at going downfield. There's some guys that are good at the quick game. Some guys are good at jailbreaks. Whatever it may be, it's just making sure that everyone's got to do everything, as you know. But we got to make sure we take advantage. If a guy's good at something, let's make sure we highlight that.
Leo Haggerty.
What's that?
Coach, the way the game has evolved in college football with the wide hash marks and really the advantage to the offense, you got to go into a game figuring you better score 24 points just to be in it, right?
That's a low number, probably, to be honest with you. Like, it's 28, I think. I mean, if you want to have a chance, I mean, you got to be at least – now, it's just there's so many athletes. It's in every sport just about. I mean, there's so many athletes, guys that can make plays, and there's so many good offensive and defensive minds. Like, what was innovative 20 years ago is now like routine-based day one install, and so – It is. And that's the great thing about this sport. It keeps you humble as a coach, too. It's great going against Coach Shoop every day because, I mean, you want to talk about getting tested. Like, it's, you thought you've seen every blitz out there until you play Coach Shoop, and so that's what's great about this game. So, and there's things that stand the test of time. You have your rules, and simplicity can beat complexity, and complexity can beat simplicity, and all those things. But yeah, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be able to get the ball downfield, get the ball in open spaces. Teams what do they do? Take the ball. They won't play man. Take it away from the downfield throw. You got to win one-on-one, and then you got to take advantage of things when people play man. And so we'll have a plan for all that. But yes, it is. I mean, every year something new and innovative happens. So that's what you got to love about this business, about this game.
Coach, people talk about the run is gone in the game. That really the pass sets up the run. But if you look at those Z screens and bubble screens, they're like long handoffs, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm not in that line of thinking still. I think it all starts with being able to run the football. It starts and ends winning the line of scrimmage. And being able to run the football is being able to run the football when you need to run it. Let me put it that way. So if you want to run it whenever, then run it whenever. But even if you're an air raid team, being able to run it when you need to, you have to be able to run the football, because if you can become one-dimensional in any aspect, you can't be one-dimensional anymore. So really, I guess more or less I'd say you can't just be a one-dimensional team and win. You've got to be able to, I say run the ball and then throw it if when the opportunity comes. But yes, the bubble screens, perimeter screens are part of the run game, though. Yes, I mean that's when teams start to stretch the field and control sideline to sideline. You've got to be able to do it. Some people don't with RPOs, but the screens allow you to where if they want to bring pressure, now they're down, and then you can get out. But you got to be physical and you got to win the point of attack. And a lot of people don't want to be tough anymore. So we got to be one of those tough teams.
Joey Johnson.
Hey, Travis, how would you evaluate the skill set of Jaren Mangham? And what I mean by that essentially is last year when he got here, he said he kind of had been put in a box as a short yardage back and not a guy that would be featured. And he thought maybe he could be that guy. And we saw flashes of both last year. So what do you have in Jaren Mangham?
So number one, our entire our running back coached by Cam Aiken is loaded. We got some really good backs there. Jaren is a big man. He is a big man, and he's athletic. Like, he's extremely athletic. He's got great hands. He's a really good football player. He is a really good football player. When it comes, and I'm just saying that, like, if they want to bring a blitz, he'll step up in the hole and he'll block the blitz. He does a lot of good things. Good. He does a lot of things. Really rephrase that. He does a lot of things good. Okay. And so where Jaren is just going to be make sure he stays in shape at a high level and takes care of his body. Because yes, he could. Like, if we didn't have the depth in that room, Jaren could probably carry the load if we needed to. But the good thing is that running backs got tread on tires, right? And so, we have a room that's going to be able to spell each other, keep these guys fresh, and change the pace backs. And that's why I'm excited. But Jaren, he can be, no doubt, take advantage of your advantages. You're 230 pounds, be 230. But the good thing is he's a good space player for 230. But he doesn't try to be small. He understands he's big. So when he's in space, he still plays big. So I totally agree that he is a guy that, in the sense that is definitely more than just a short yardage guy, without question. He's got the chance to be a complete back. He's taking care of his body. It's being able to stay in shape and be able to do that. But the great thing is that he doesn't have to get worn down. We've got Kelly Joyner, and you got Mikey Dukes, Mikey Hamilton, and Brian Batty, and I mean, the list goes on and on. So, really excited about that room. Top five. I don't think they left anybody out, but we just got some good backs. It's good.
Yeah, and one more thing on Mangham, if I could. There was a time when the Tampa Bay Bucks had Mike Allstott, and he, a tight game in the fourth quarter. Man, nobody wanted to deal with that guy. Yeah. Could Mangham be that guy if you have control of a game? Just okay, stop this dude.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, he did last year, and I think absolutely, and so when you're up and you got to run out that clock, those backs that are 230 pounds, it's hard to run the football in those times when you're running it, they know we're running it, and we still got to be successful. And we can do some scheme and get some stuff there, but it's hard to run football. So maybe you might be getting to 2 yards past the line of scrimmage, but when you're 230, he's going to fall forward for 2 more yards, where 180 probably just gets tackled at 2 yards. So, that's a huge difference in this game, and so without question, he's a grinded out guy. And I think we got a couple of guys who, even though Kelly Joyner is not as tall or as big, Kelly's a bigger kid that's got power in him. You know what I mean? Mikey Hamilton is going to be a good big back. You know what I mean? And so, like I said, this good thing is like that room. I don't ever want all my running backs and all the running backs in the room to be the same. And Coach Scott and Coach Aiken and our staff has done a great job recruiting these guys and building that room up. Because I walked in, I didn't bring any of these guys in here. There's these guys that we did a great job building that room up. So I'm excited about the toolbox that we have in that room, because there's a lot of guys who do a lot of different things. We just got to get them on the field and make sure we take advantage of what they do well.
Any other questions for Coach Trickett this morning? All right. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. We'll get Donovan Jennings in.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Seat there, Donovan.
Hey guys, hope everybody's doing good today.
Thank you for joining us, Dono. We'll start with Leo Haggerty.
Donovan, I got my Gaither shirt on today. I went out and saw the people. Coach Crawford told me to say hello and have good luck and stay healthy. How important is it to have, looking down the line, see familiar faces? These are guys you've been with now for 1 or 2 years. It's got to help, right?
Oh yeah, it's totally helped. When I look down to all the way to my right, and it's guys I've been playing with, since my freshman year, my true freshman year. And it's just a great feeling because, offensive line is one of those positions where you want to have a great chemistry. And that's just something we develop over time. And then, even since my true freshman year, we've developed that chemistry, and it's just, developed and gotten stronger and gotten better every year we've been together. And it's honestly a great feeling, looking to my right and knowing that, Meach, Brad, Dustin, Mike, Trey, they all got their guys secured. And I know exactly what I'm expecting every single play from them.
I asked the defensive guys, Boyles and Antonio, now you're not looking at playing 70 and 80 snaps. Has the depth improved on the offensive line as well, where you may be able to get a series out?
Oh, for sure. Our depth has, grown tremendously. with the Darrell Bailey, right there, he's improved so much. I love the way he's playing right now. Mike Lofton, has really stepped up and showed, something that's important to him. And of course, Joshua Blanchard, always a guy that we can count on. It's just great having a lot of guys that we can count on, and they can take off. We can take a couple reps off, and know that it'll be the same level of production across the board.
Thanks, Donovan.
Joey.
Thank you.
Yeah, Dono, how do you and your fellow offensive linemen feel about working with Jaren Mangham? I know he's a big guy. He likes to get down and dirty, and it seems like you guys would appreciate that. But after a full year working with him, what are your impressions of what it's like to block for that guy?
Oh, in our running back room, we have all great backs. Jaren is such a great, big, strong back. So, my O-line, whatever it is, pass, run, we're ready for it all. And it's just, it's nice to know that, once we get an inside zone going, that, he can finish it and take it that extra 2 or 3 yards that we need to get that first down. And it's, just the chemistry between him and O-line as well has just grown stronger. And, all our backs are, on the same level of production. I'm not worried about when no back comes out, another back comes in, we'll get the same level of production. And Jaren's just a great guy overall, always looking to help his teammates out. And, we're looking to win a lot of games this year.
Thank you.
Will?
Dono, I've been asking a lot of the seniors so far, this is going to be it for you. There's no more COVID year. There's no more red shirt year. This is the last ride. So, has it hit you yet? And just what are your emotions kind of heading through this last camp?
Yeah, it's kind of surreal feeling, coming in as a true freshman, getting to play some ball, and now going into my last senior year. It's just, it's honestly a surreal moment. And, every day we just trying to take every day not for granted and make every day count and, realize, what we're working towards this year. And I'm honestly so grateful, to go into this last year with all of the guys I've been around, since freshman year, Brad Cecil, Demetrius Harris. And, it's just a blessing. I'm excited. I'm willing to go and do great things. And it's honestly a blessing.
And I've heard some things about maybe you switching over to right tackle a little bit with the different-handed quarterback, trying maybe to get DeMontre over to the blind side where he was last year. Is that manifested itself in practice at all with the different handedness of the quarterback?
Right now, I just do whatever Coach Mo tells me to do. If he tells me to line up center, guard, tackle, I'll line up everywhere. That's the thing about all our guys. We have our all line. All of us can play, any position we want, and it'll be the same level of production. So yeah, as of now, still I left, but I'm ready for anything.
Gotcha. Thanks, bud.
Joey Johnston.
Dono, I think you look at some of the college football magazines and they show you guys on your O-line. You've started as many games, I don't know, maybe as anybody in the country, or certainly up there near the top. So people have noticed that, and I think there's an expectation that, hey, USF's got some pretty good guys up front there. That's going to be one of their strengths. Do you feel like you guys are positioned to really make a name for yourself as a unit and be, recognized around the country as, hey, USF, they got some guys down there?
Oh, yes, for sure. Yeah, I think we do. I think we have the most offensive snaps out of any, offensive line in the country. So, that's really something that we have to, show this year. And, with us being such a veteran group, we really want to take our game to the next level because, we're never satisfied. We're always looking for more. And I'm just so excited to see us all play and all be ready to go. And just, I think, being veterans, it's our job to not only teach the younger ones, but show them how it's done. And I think this year we're due for a strong impact. And I think we're gonna turn a lot of faces. And we have every guy on our line, I think, playing the league. And, that's something we're going to show this year. And I'm really excited to show what we can do.
All right. Thank you, Donna. We'll get Jaren in.
Hey, thank you, guys. Have a great day.
Thanks, Donna.
All right. We'll take questions for Jaren. Leo, you want to go ahead and start us off?
Yes, I will. Thank you, Brian. Jaren, basically, you're the closer. when you got the lead at the end of the game, you're getting the ball and everybody in the stadium knows it. How important is it that you can get those positive yards, keep the chains moving, and keep the ball on the field for the offense?
It's very important because if we keep the chains moving, that obviously puts points on the board. And I just try to do everything in my power to just do everything that I was taught and that I was learned by the coaches on the field, so I can have that good impact towards the team and help us get to a victory.
Jared, I got a quick follow-up with that. And I don't want you to give away any trade secrets, but I am hoping and praying this year that there's a screen pass in the offensive playbook for you to catch that thing and get down into that second level. When you get out there against those, defensive backs and linebackers, are you just looking to lower the boom, or are you looking to be a little shake and bake?
Well, I'm a balanced back, I feel like. And I feel like screens and different things like that, just helping me get an open field, it will help show, the different tricks that I have in my book. I feel like there is a certain time to be, a power back and lower the shoulder and lower the boom. But then there's also some plays where, you can make a guy miss and just get an explosive run, an explosive play.
Thanks, Jared.
Joey Johnston.
Hey, Jaren, I know this time last year when you were new to the scene, there was a lot of talk about, this guy is not just a short yardage back. He can do more. And let's see if you got a chance to do that. So as you come into your second year, what's your kind of mentality about how comfortable you are and how you think you can be used in this offense?
Like I said, I know my capabilities and I know I can help the team in so many different ways. And like I said, whatever comes to me, I'm going to do the best I can, to personally help the team, whether that is block, be the best short back, yardage I can be, but then also be, an all-around back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to continue to do those things and just expand on everything that I already done.
I know last year you had 15 touchdowns, and that's hard to do. Not many people have a season like that, and the game's got to come to you. Do you have goals on things like that, or is it just whatever comes in terms of statistics?
Obviously, I have individual goals that I would like to accomplish for sure, but I feel that the team's goals right now are a lot greater than mine. So as a team, I would like to make a bowl game. Obviously, win some games. That's just really my biggest goal this year is just help bring everyone else along so we can, be that team to beat.
Thank you.
Will Turner.
Jaren, obviously this running back room last year was stocked as it was. This year you guys add Mikey Dukes. Sounds like Michael Hamilton could have an increased role. K1 Powell comes back. Just, how excited are you to see, the rotation and what some of those guys that didn't get a chance to do anything last year, see them shine?
Right, man. Honestly, I'm just really so excited just because I love that room. I love those guys. We're just so close. And every single day we go out there and get each and every one of us better. K1 Powell not being able to play last year, he's all up on me. He wants to learn the game. He has the ceiling is so high for him. You know what I'm saying? And he just wants to learn every day. K1 is just great. And then, Mikey Duke's coming in also, and he's just been phenomenal also throughout camp. And then even Jason Albritton. Jason Albritton should also be getting talked about too because he's been great also. And everyone in that room just wants to learn, and it's just a great feeling, that all of us can feed off of one another, and every single day that we go out there, we make each and every one of us better. So I just really love that room and that group of guys that I'm with right now.
And obviously, as a back, I'm sure, fourth quarter games coming down the line, you want to make sure you have the ball in your hands. But, obviously, is it kind of, trying to be, is it tough being a team player in those moments when, maybe the coaches feel that maybe Joyner's got a better opportunity to get yards than you or something of that nature? How do you adjust to that?
Well, I just adjust, I'm always going to listen to the coaches, I trust them. And if they see something that I don't see at that point in time, and they see that, I trust in Joyner too. I trust in all of those backs. So it's never going to be a thing where I'm going to be disappointed or mad. obviously the competitive player that I am, I would want to have the ball in those, big game moments, just because I feel like that's whenever I play the best. But if the coaches see those type of things out there, I'm not going to be mad or anything at all.
Joey Johnson.
Yeah, Jaren, you mentioned K-Wan. I was just curious about your impressions of watching him last year in a tough spot. I mean, if memory serves, I think he just fell on the turf. It was like a weird thing, how he even got hurt. And then, he looked like he was going to have a role on the team, and then he's got to deal with all that. So you were probably around him. What's it been like for him to kind of make it all the way back? And what kind of kid is he? Because I don't think we know much about him yet.
Well, I can say this just from being with him every day. He's a great kid. Every single time that I've seen him in the treatment room, getting treatment on his knee, he always had a smile on his face, always brings a positive attitude towards the room. I love him. He's like a brother to me. And I really do think he's going to be special down the road. And I really do see it. And I'm just happy that, he gets to come back and be on the field and do the thing that he loves.
Thanks.
Any other questions for Jaren this morning? Okay. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Jaren. Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all. God bless, man.